Hello, friend. I hope you're doing well, and I would like to share with you some positive vibes to bring in the weekend. Because I realized today that I needed to remind myself, really, to be a bit more grateful about things. You see, lately, I've been a little bit grumpy and I've been feeling sorry for myself because recently I injured my back. I'm not sure exactly what happened to it, potentially a disc bulge or something like that. But basically, it's hurting when I'm going into back flexion, and it's sort of preventing me from doing back flexion intensive movements in my training. So I'm not deadlifting right now. I'm not able to do hanging leg raises with a full range of motion. And I've had to go pretty light on my squats. And I've been feeling pretty sorry for myself. I hate to admit it. And, you know, it's a bit of a setback, right? Like, do I wish that I could be squatting heavier right now? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I wish that I wasn't having back pain? Yes, I absolutely do. But it kind of just hit me earlier today that actually I just need to be grateful for all of the health and all of the mobility and strength that I still have. So me in an injured state is actually way stronger, more mobile, and more active than I was 5 years ago, and that's an incredible thing. And I'm so grateful for that. Because yeah, at the end of the day, even dealing with some back pain that's sort of interrupting my gains or making me train around it, I can still be really active. I was still able to play beach volleyball twice this week. I'm still able to go running, and on a bad day for me, I can still reach down and put my palms to the floor without any back pain. So it's like, yeah, I guess I just need to be grateful, and I'm not saying any of this to gloat or to brag. It's just about comparing. It's just about comparing myself to a previous version of myself that was less flexible, that was less strong and less active. And so I've just been in this spiral of negative thoughts, sort of feeling sorry for myself when actually, I have it really good, and I'm continuing on the right path that I want to be on in terms of my overall health and fitness. And I just need to be very grateful for how far I've come. And in these times, I think it's really useful to think about a perspective. I think the most common perspective people take with physical training is they think about raising the ceiling. So they think, okay, like what's the highest performance I can do in any given field? What's the 1 rep max that I can work towards? What's the, fastest sprint I can do, or whatever, the best performance, the best time in a race, etc. And when you think in sort of raising the ceiling, that's of course one thing we strive to do with our training over time, and that can be a really useful perspective, of course. But another perspective that is also extremely useful, and especially when you want to think about practicing gratitude and just practicing being at peace with who you are, where you are in your life, in your journey, and just embodying a more positive kind of vibe. At times like these, I find it very useful to, instead of considering the ceiling of my performance, where is the floor of my performance? And have I been able to raise that over time? And it turns out that yes, over the past several years, my mobility on the worst day, cold, is better than it used to be years ago. My strength output on the worst day is much better than it used to be. Even when I'm sick, I can summon up more energy than I was able to do many years ago. And that for me is just like, that is why I train, to just feel so good in my daily life that sometimes I forget that, like, before this, it was worse. And without this, it could be worse. And yeah, so grateful for training. So grateful for you guys. Anyways, I hope this mindset helps you a little bit. I'm going to have a nice barbecue some tasty parrotfish that I caught recently, and gonna enjoy that with some friends this evening. So I hope you guys do something fun with loved ones around you over the weekend, and we'll catch you in the next one. Let's get strong for life together. Bye bye.